All my
All right. Keep shouting out.
shout out Pine Bluff, as I said, all my folks in Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
You're watching this.
Woo woo.
Yeah.
Shout outs
Fucked
to
up over there.
shout outs to Gardner, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Mount Vernon, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Yonkers, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out New York, period.
Shout out Fort Tejon.
Yep. Shout out Spokane County.
Shout out Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Shout out Irvine.
Shout out.
Where else is there a gang problem?
Pensacola.
Oh, I didn't know that's what we were doing.
Oh,
I thought we were just shouting out places.
I think we just moved to general towns. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we moved out, but we could do gang stuff.
yeah.
Shout out Orange Mound. In Memphis, neighborhood in Memphis.
Okay.
That's a kind of a funny name.
Orange Mound. You know, it's the first black neighborhood in America.
Nah.
I doubt that.
Nah.
You doubt that?
I doubt that.
You want to get this up? I'm the Jamie of the podcast.
Get this up. The first. What does that even mean?
Let's see.
Like
Let's
the
see what it
first
means.
predominantly black community?
I doubt that. The first predominantly black community was a place where black people just were.
It'd probably be Virginia. Virginia had the largest amount of slaves.
Orange
But
Mound was
during the colonial times.
This was after the Civil War.
Isn't like there was like a Freetown. There's like a rapper, an especially stupid rapper from Freetown, I think Alabama. I think that was like the first
town of free black people in America.
Yeah.
And
I forgot the name of the rapper. He killed his cousin.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I saw a video of a rapper. He was a Mexican dude from the Bay. I don't remember his name, but he was in an interview and he was like, allegedly 19 people lost their lives because of me. I'm not saying it's like the most obvious omission I've ever seen. But it was also funny because the way he said it, he goes like he pretty much admits to killing 19 people, and then he's like, and I didn't want to do that. I had to do that, and I was like, I mean, fool other people 19 times, shame on you. Like at that point, there's no defense. I mean, sorry, I am a suburban white, but it's like I don't think 19 times.
Yeah.
You're defending your life.
I mean,
you're getting into trouble 19 times.
You don't know how it is out here, man.
19.
He was going on the Tester Gangsta Super
had to
Tour.
defend my life 20 times.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Even King Von would be like, "You're not defending yourself." By the time you hit 19, you're having a little fun. You're making statements at 19. There's also the word "defending myself" you can stretch the definition. You can be like, "That guy was rude to me."
Yeah.
So I defended myself.
I think in his mind, a good defense is a good offense. You know what I mean?
It is true. You do need to stay offensive.
That's the best defense.
Let's welcome Terrence Pennington.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast, Persecuted T.
Also known as Persecuted T. He's an LA stand-up comedian and the first artist that has been signed and is going to release a track on Dagnabbit Records. We just laid it down. We're not going to let you know anything about it. We want you to hear it when it comes out.
I just want you guys to know that making music has been the easiest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
So,
we've been making some music. I can tell you, me and Shane are working with a couple artists, Billy Bugs and Simon Grates, on their preeminent punk album.
Yes, the Crown Suckers. You might have heard a little bit of tale about the Crown Suckers if you're into the punk scene.
It's kind of a re-release because this was a record they laid down in the 70s but never got released. So we're going to be releasing it for them on Dagnabbit Records.
It was actually released the day before Nevermind the Bollocks. So this is kind of a historic.
It was supposed to be, but there was tension within the band and it never got out.
Yes, it was supposed to be released the day before. It was kind of punk rock would be a lot different. If that had happened, it would have maybe been even more punk rock if that had come out.
So we're excited we're still working on that. That's going to be coming out. But Persecuted T laid down his first single for Dagnabbit Records. And
we were there for it. And I just want to say, if you make music and it's not this easy for you, then maybe you should try something else, because this has been really easy for us.
I just want to say the process of being in the studio, you hear guys like Rick Rubin talk about that moment where you're at the soundboard and you look at the other engineers and you go, this is gold. I can't believe we're in the room for this, and I felt that today.
I feel that every single time that we're in the studio for anybody.
Yeah.
Because I just think that we're kind of in a consistent flow of this is gold. And we might be, I mean, I don't know. It's, there's a story about Paul McCartney that he was writing a song with, I don't remember who it was. I think it was the guy that
John Lennon.
It was.
Was it John Lennon? You were forgetting.
I think it was the guy. I think it was Dave Grohl, where he wrote a song very quickly, and Dave Grohl was like, "I wish writing songs was always this easy." And Paul McCartney said, "It is." And that's kind of how we feel today. That producing songs and writing songs and making music is easy, and what's really difficult is stand-up comedy.
Well, what's really difficult is being in the trenches and telling these stories.
The stories that we're telling, telling.
That I'm telling.
That Persecuted T is telling.
Yeah.
Could only come from the heart and could only come from just a type of a talent that makes producing music simply child's play.
No talent. Yeah. No talent at all.
No, I know. You have great...
I'm just a super savage.
Well,
no one that makes music is talented.
Yeah, I mean, that's the important thing to remember. But that's why producing music is amazing, because I feel like, we see your gift, and through putting it on vinyl, we get to give it to the world.
Yeah.
And it's exciting because, we were in the room for what just happened, and it was
magical.
Transcendent. It was enigmatic. It was eclectic. Mm-hmm. And just saying, this feeling I'm feeling right now will change my life forever.
It will, because we did it in your apartment, so you will, that energy will be stuck in your apartment. You can
feel it in the walls like the mold.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the apartment, can smell it. The property value of this apartment is going to go up.
It's just interesting because most of the time in life, moments pass with time, but being able to put it on vinyl, and it means that it will live forever, and what just happened is going to live forever.
I don't want to say this lightly. This was the easiest thing we've ever done.
I say that heavily. I say heavily that making music is one of the easiest things a human can do.
Yeah.
And also one of the most important.
And that's why people want to do it, because it's easy.
Yeah.
But somehow these people out here are putting out bad music, and I don't understand.
I don't know why you'd put out bad music when we've been making only good stuff, and it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Because I thought podcasting was stupid and pointless, and
it's tough in comparison to music.
It's so much harder.
Yeah.
It's so much harder.
Literally everything I do is harder than this.
Yeah.
Well,
I woke up today, waking up was harder.
Yeah, I mean,
waking
for you,
up
man,
is so much harder than music.
No, for you, I saw what was going on there. I saw the workings of a man almost bored by how easy it was. Somehow you got your soul out there.
No, that shit was hard, man.
That shit was long as fuck.
I think
being
you're
long doesn't mean it wasn't easy.
I think you are the new Otis Redding, and people are going to listen to what you just laid down on their darkest days and also on their happiest days, and that the song will have a double meaning and will transmute and transpass and transcend all emotion and feeling to just that universal oneness that we all know is inside of us, but is hard to find in the daily hubbub of life.
Yeah.
That's what I was feeling when you were doing what you were doing.
Otis Redding, who that?
And it's really nice to be the last record label before AI makes musicians obsolete. Because music is a thing that a robot could produce.
Yeah.
Because it really, as important as it is, it's truly pointless.
And that's
comedy
that's the core of our belief.
Important.
That's the core of our belief at Dagnabbit Records, is that we hate music, we detest it, we despise it, we look down upon it, we find it to be pathetic dribble for simpletons.
And especially people that make music.
And with that understanding grows a confidence and a steadfastness to step forward into this realm that many people say we don't belong in. And we say everyone belongs in here, because who doesn't belong in a toilet?
Yeah.
Who doesn't belong? I have done McDonald's orders that were more grueling and difficult.
It is harder to Postmate a Big Mac than it is to make a classic song. We found that out just 10 minutes ago when Terrence did what he did on this very board, and it'll be coming out soon. Hopefully this podcast will come out tomorrow. I'm hoping. I've never released music. I don't know how to get songs on Apple Music, but I'm thinking a quick Google will help me do that. And that will be out soon. And Dagnabbit Records will be something that you can play in coffee shops and bars.
Immortalized simply.
Yeah. You do have an immortal technique. I've always said that.
Yes.
Just please play like the 15 seconds so we get that point. You know what I'm saying? Just do the 15-second loop so it hits the billboards.
Yeah. just give it a chance. What we made
And that's the only thing we're asking is that you give it a chance.
Yeah.
And anyway, we're done with that segment. We have one more short segment, I have to say, where we have a very short fan of the week. We've done this. We've started doing this now. I'd like to read the nominees real quick, and then we'll get to the winner. So the nominees this week are a lot of great listeners of the podcast. So we have Eminem, otherwise known as Marshall Mathers.
Thank you.
He's a big fan of the podcast.
Thank you, Marshall.
Thank you for showing support. We're happy about the money you've sent to help produce the podcast. Barack Obama. Shout out Barack Obama, one of the great presidents of the last 20 years.
Thank you.
In fact, we would say maybe the only president of
the only president in the last 20 years.
Congrats, Barack Obama, and thank you for the support. Thank you for showing your daughters this.
Thank you, Barack Hussein Obama.
and Cooper's new girlfriend, your daughters. So thank you for letting Cooper date your daughter.
Love you, girls. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good.
We have
Malia.
We have the leader of Cuba, the current leader of Cuba, Miguel Diaz-Canel.
Thank you, Miguel.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the cigars.
Keep sharing the wealth.
Congrats on having the greatest healthcare system in the entire world.
Keep finding the funny, Miguel.
Yeah, find the funny. And famous actor Martin Sheen.
Wow.
Well, yeah, thank you for Apocalypse Now. It's a movie that
loved it.
Changed our lives.
I really did, Martin.
Yeah.
I know you're listening. I loved it.
Loved The West Wing. Loved everything you've been in. Thank you so much for the personalized messages as your character in Apocalypse Now, saying how much you loved the podcast and how it made your character less crazy.
And I hope your brother Charlie's found peace, and also love to your brother Joe Estevez, one of the most
I think
prolific
Charlie
actors.
Sheen is maybe his son. Maybe?
No, I think they're brothers.
All right.
Yeah.
And
I know you're listening, Martin.
We also want to shout out Alicia Dean Weathersby, a new fan of the podcast. And she's been watching the podcast on her projector in her living room. So shout out to Alicia. Now,
good to be up on the wall.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get to the winner of this week.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really hard decision. Me and Cooper really poured over this.
A lot of good nominees.
Yeah, great nominees.
Great ones.
Great nominees. But I think we came down to it, and we're going to have to give it to Alicia Dean Weathersby.
Congratulations to Alicia Dean Weathersby for winning
Dagnabbit
Fan of the Week. Keep projecting your love to the podcast. We feel it. We appreciate it. And, we appreciate everything you do.
Yeah, and apologies to Eminem, the leader of Cuba, Barack Obama, and Martin Sheen. You'll get it next time.
We know you're watching. Keep finding the funny. And I don't want
to... We found our fan of the week who did find the funny, who found the funny.
Congratulations to Alicia on finding the funny. Keep making them laugh.
There's no reward. So you just kind of get to feel like congrats on a job well done.
We also, I don't want to dwell on this, but we did have a winner for Corpse of the Week.
Wow.
Corpse of the Week, that's going to go...
That will go to the shooter of the Evergreen High School.
Oh! Okay.
That will be going to them. I'm glad those kids died.
Oh, wow.
And shout out.
Okay.
Anyway, we have nothing else to say for this week. Anyway, let's have our interview with Terrence.
I guess
nothing else happened this week.
Nothing else happened. Not a single thing?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, nothing happened.
Okay.
So we're gonna be talking to our artist Terrence today. So let's have our first question of the evening. Cooper, we poured on this question for a while.
Yeah. So this is something, because, we're kind of sick of the normal interviews that, ask dumb questions. We try and really get to the core of stuff. So who are some of your musical influences?
I heard a little bit of Gil Scott-Heron.
Gil Scott-Heron? Who that?
Well, never mind.
Who that? Who's that?
Just some motherfucker.
You know Gil Scott-Heron.
Gil Scott-Heron? I have no idea who that is.
He did one of his things is The Revolution Will Not Be Televised was a big song of his. But he also is just, because he did a lot of poetry along with just good music. He does have one of my favorite albums of all time with Brian Jackson called Bridges. Yeah. That is musically and lyrically very good. He also did Whitey on the Moon, if you've heard that. He has a poem, Whitey on the Moon. He's got that. Honestly, just I know this is a comedy podcast, but he is just awesome.
He's a genius.
You know what?
And I would like to quote him when he says, "Music is easy."
You know what? That's one of my influences right there. What's his name?
Gil Scott-Heron.
Gil Scott-Heron. Okay, that's an influence.
Interesting too, because a famous activist for Black empowerment and Black art, but he did say that music is easy and white people are the best at making it. Because they asked Gil Scott-Heron, they said, you're so prolific in your writing and you talk about the Black American struggle. So who are some of your influences? You know who he said? He said
white people.
He said Hank Williams Jr.
Okay, that's solid.
He said Bill Monroe, famous bluesgrass artist, and he said Mozart. That's who he said.
And they asked him who the king was of Austin, Texas. You know who that was, right?
Bob Wills.
Bob Wills.
He said, big Bob Wills fan. Yeah. Gil Scott-Heron was.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they said, Gil, who do you like? He said, I love Waylon Jennings. And they said, okay, anybody else? And
they said, I'm stumped.
Yeah, he was like, they were like, what writers do you like? And he was like, I don't know, like Thoreau. And they're like, okay, nobody from the Harlem Renaissance. And he said, I call that the Harlem Dark Ages.
Yeah.
And I was surprised to hear that because a lot of good art came out of that movement.
Yeah.
I think it must just be for white people, that stuff.
Yeah, he described Langston Hughes as Langston Huge Liar.
Yeah, okay.
Which I like Langston Hughes, so I don't know.
But I guess we're white, so we don't really know.
We don't really get it.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some other influences you have?
I don't know.
You said you described your genre as mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo? Yeah, absolutely. Big mumbo jumbo.
When did you start making music?
When I was like 4.
You were 4.
Really?
Growing up in Boston, Texas?
Trenchtown, Boston.
Trenchtown, Boston, bro. Dorchester. I was.
Are you from Dorchester? Is that specifically where you're from?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's Dorchester all about?
It's a fun neighborhood. It's very diverse in all those diverse elements. They've fought with each other in the past.
Who's got going on over there? Like Puerto Ricans, black people? You guys beefing?
No, not with Puerto Ricans.
Haitians?
Oh, Haitians.
Who's living there?
Haitians for sure. A
Yeah.
lot of Haitians. They're the top op. Okay, Haitians are top ops.
Well, you've been quoted as saying, miss me with that French bullshit.
I don't think we ever...
I say that shit. Yeah.
This was actually something we talked about. It definitely wasn't on the podcast because you and Killian and all the Boston boys haven't really been on the podcast except Dan. I think one time you mentioned to us, I think this was some guy you knew. He was a white dude who would...
I know what you're talking about when he said that joke.
So what is the story?
So my boy CJ.
Shout out CJ.
Shout out CJ for real. Realest white dude I know. We went to an open mic in Dudley Square, which if anyone doesn't know, that's like the black center of Boston. And it's also very dangerous. Dudley Square is crazy dangerous.
Okay.
But in the middle of Dudley Square at this open mic, he was like, one of his jokes was, dude, Haitians are like the creepiest black people, right? And everyone was like, whoa, dude. And I was like, bro, do you know where you're at? I mean, you're absolutely correct, but do you know where you're at right now? And then like 10 minutes later, another black dude says, bro, that yes but you know where you at right now?
Yeah. He started another Haitian revolution.
He started, by God, don't do that again.
Wasn't there also, I think Killian told us about this, but you knew this guy. Wasn't there a white dude who would only date Haitian girls and was white as fuck, but would just chill with like Haitians?
Yes. That is Killian's friend, Nick. I met him. He's very crazy, but like, we didn't see him for a while, and then all of a sudden we just saw pictures with him with Haitians.
He was like a Waitian.
He was a Waitian.
Yeah,
dude.
he was a Waitian. He was like full just chilling only with like Haitians.
Dude, that is, for being like a schizophrenic black man, the best thing you can do is just embed yourself with Haitians.
That's what we talked about. That's what it was. A schizophrenic white dude can chill with Haitians.
Absolutely.
He can match the energy. He can match
absolutely
the excitement, the veracity for life that a Haitian has.
Yeah, shout outs to my Haitians though. I love them.
Sending love to Haiti also.
Yeah. One of our top countries that listen to us.
I mean, I've always had a lot of respect for Haiti. I think they've really gotten fucked over. It's crazy over there right now because the gangs have taken over, so the cops are going around and they just shoot anybody on the street, and people are trying to go get bread and shit.
Yeah, the cops are essentially a gang.
Yeah, because they're
which is
fighting.
Crazy to us in America.
Yeah,
it never happens here because they're fighting gang lords who took over the country, so they just have to also act like a gang where just everybody is on site.
Yeah,
the whole country is on site,
dude. Do you know like the story of like how it all went down?
Like recently?
No, I mean like how it all started. Because basically,
how Haiti started.
I mean, not how Haiti started.
Okay, sorry.
Like how the downfall, right?
I know essentially that there were always like very powerful gangs, and then the guy Jimmy Barbecue, Choriza, they took over Port-au-Prince.
But before that, the then current president, apparently someone hired a mercenary group with like Colombians and Serbians and shit, and they just took out the president, and then everything went downhill from there.
Who hired the mercenary group?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Probably some are saying like the current guy, Ariel something, like the current, I guess, guy.
Another politician.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It was pretty sick.
That's interesting he hired a mercenary group, because I've heard the politicians have always given money and weapons to gangs, and they kind of would, I wouldn't say peacefully, but somewhat coexist to kind of keep both of their powers in check.
Oh, yeah. The gangs are their paramilitary force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
If you don't have, like, a big army or police force, you're like, well, there's a bunch of guys with guns on the street, and if we give them money, then those are our guys with guns.
Yeah. If I wanted to gain power, I would just hire a bunch of YNs, too.
Yeah.
That's, like, the way to get things done.
Cooper, what's a YN?
Coop, what's a YN?
Cooper, I'm trying to figure this.
What is a YN?
It's a young guy who is
it's a white guy?
Usually no.
It could be.
That's true.
It's a young guy in a tough spot who's I would
like
say
his parents took away his Xbox?
I'd say making lemonades out of the lemons that he got. And a lot of people say that it's bad lemonade, but if it's the only lemons you have, then it's what you're going to drink.
So he's making pink lemonade.
They're making pink lemonade, and a lot of people would say that it's maybe crude or crass to say that Haiti is the YN capital.
Haiti is by far the YN capital of the Western world, of the Western Hemisphere. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of pride in Haiti, but it is the largest exporter of YNs. By far. It's a country that was born out of YN. It was because listen, you fill up an island with more slaves than slave owners, they revolt, and then the country that owns those slaves, France, goes, okay, you can have the country, but we'll heavily tax you so much that you'll never have an economy. And only recently, I think they forgave the debt that they never should have had to pay. And so you make this country and you create a YN stronghold.
Yeah.
And then you got guys like Jimmy Barbecue Choriza.
Shout out.
King YN. King of the YNs. King of the YNs.
Yeah.
Barbecue Sharice.
Yeah. I mean, if he drops down in America, if he set foot on U.S. soil, we wouldn't know what to do. His power is unmatched.
Yeah, we got to hire him.
He's taking over Baltimore.
Yeah.
Dude, that, you know what? I'd be like, bro, go for it.
Yeah.
Dog.
Barbecue Timor. He's taking it over. He's absolutely taking it.
Barbecue takeover.
That's
sick. But
we cannot let Barbecue drop. He's too fucking charismatic. That dude is too cool. Yeah. And also, dude, Haiti's so crazy too because they share the island with
Dominican
Republic.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing that happens where for some reason Port-au-Prince is right on a fault line, and so they have the worst earthquakes possible, and they also get like terrible hurricanes and tsunamis, and just none of that happens to the Dominican Republic. They get no earthquakes.
For as much shit as I've given Haitians, who I love, by the way, Haiti is truly a cursed country. Like, it truly is a cursed place.
By no fault of the people living there.
By no fault.
Because they fought for their independence. They had their economy ruined because of it. And then the earth itself is like, I'm going to shake all your buildings to the ground.
Yeah.
They're like the strongest people alive.
Yes.
If anybody's like, I'm Haitian, I'm like, you deserve so much more than you.
Not the Haitians I know, man. Dude. The Haitians I know, they don't deserve shit, dog. Nah,
the people in Haiti, though, I mean, yeah. They're interviewing this one dude. He's like a preeminent Haitian artist. He's got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Just like a wooden statue with fucking nails in the face. And you're like, I would also make that. If I was born in Haiti, I'd be like, that is how I feel.
Yeah.
Fucking huge, like iron nails coming out of your face. Yeah.
But back to Boston, the reason I mention that is because actually Boston has the largest population of Haitians outside of Miami and New York.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I used to be mistaken for a Haitian as a kid. Like, people would walk up to me and start speaking Haitian Creole. Mm-hmm. And I'd have to kind of
like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had no money. Sorry, no money.
You're like, no, I don't really handle spice that well, actually.
Yeah.
What? Is there a reason they like Boston a lot?
I think it's just runoff from New York.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like with Puerto Ricans. It's the same thing. It's like New Yorkers, New York Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans. They'll just, if they want to get out of the city, they'll go to Boston. That's the first spot.
Haitians in New York make sense because New York is like such an international city. But Boston, like Boston Irish Catholics meeting Haitians.
It truly is.
It's so funny because Irish Catholics are like, we had to fight for everything. And then Haitians are like, us, but more. But way more.
And we got nothing.
And we never got shit from it. You guys have a country you can go back to and drink in a pub.
Yeah.
We have Port-au-Prince.
We were slaves too. We were slaves too. But Boston's such a wonderful place. Dorchester.
Yeah. I've never been to Boston. I'd like to go. I'm talking to one of our guests of our podcast about maybe doing a Boston trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
So we'll check out. I've been told South Boston is where my people are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're aggressive too.
You want to go to Southie?
I've been told to go to Southie.
You'd be a new kind of Wiley White for them.
Dude.
They'd be like, we don't really have you here. We got the other kinds of Wiley Whites. This is a new one.
Yeah. But you would just fit right in. It would be incredible.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with that look, you could walk into Southie.
You can absolutely walk into Southie, and then you'll start talking. They'll be like, whoa, where are you from? Where are you from, dude?
Like, what the fuck? And,
yeah, dude, where are you from, man?
Yeah.
I tell them about Tennessee.
I mean, you would just start talking about the opioid crisis, and they'd be like, we got that too. You know?
No, I'm serious.
Like, my brother just overdosed.
My brother's dead.
My brother's dead.
Who do you know that's died?
Yeah. Southie's such a funny place because, like, whenever they make a movie about it, it's just like a guy with a needle in his arm who's like, I want to be a fighter. And there's the one famous movie with Ethan Hawke, but there's like 90 other versions of that, or they're in gangs. And it's always just about heroin and fighting, but then everyone from Southeast like, that's us. And they're like very proud of every movie.
Dude, in a way, that's absolutely true. I have a theory that the reason they fixate so much on Boston white people is because Irish people in Boston, right? That's kind of one of the last places in America where you'll see a large, dense population of urban poor whites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. I think like white people always need like a poor version of us to point to be like, we got it tough too.
Yeah. And no, it's not only poor, but urban. So like,
right.
So you'll have
South Philly would also, I think, be an example of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Boston is like,
it's like a different thing.
No, it's the same thing, but just like more, just so much more. Because
it's almost like South Philly's the runoff of Boston.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Well, yeah, probably.
I mean, not to
they got fucked up Rockies over there.
I'm just saying that.
They got people with CT walking around.
They got Rockies who failed.
Yeah. There's no Rocky from Boston because he literally just joined like an Irish gang and died of Percocet. Because Boston is bigger than Philly, I think.
They're about the same. They're about the same.
I love both those cities, though. I've been to both. I enjoy them a lot. I have a good time over there. I went to my first game at Fenway. That was a very good time. I like it over there. They got a good thing going over there.
I mean, it's kind of sucks.
Yeah, but like, but like in California, white towns that suck are like really hot and spread out, and like people are just on meth. You know?
Yeah.
There's not like motion to them really. It's either like boring or. You know, or like Victorville that we've talked about where it's like a nothing boring town, but it also has like one of the highest murder rates in the country. Where you're just like, I don't even see where the violence is at.
Where are the people?
What are you guys fighting over, man?
Yeah. But like, you know, East Coast cities have a thing where like it is dangerous. There is a drug problem, but like there's kind of some motion to it. You know what I mean? Where you're oh, there's people around. There's some cool architecture. Right, you know, I like row houses, you know. And then you land in Boston, you drive from the airport and you see these like apartments that are like look like a fucking shanty town. And it's weird because LA's obviously younger than all of those cities, but we don't have older buildings. I mean, we like all of our buildings are like we tear down our earliest buildings. All of like the earliest buildings in LA, like all the old buildings, like the shabby apartments got torn down. The only apartments that are old that still exist in LA are kind of like, you know, like an Art Deco or like an old stone apartment. But like Boston will have like a wooden apartment. And they're like, this was built in 1880. And it's just a bunch of Boston people being like, it works. So we live in it. And you're
this
like,
is a whole Section 8 right here.
And you're like, how long has this been here? They're like, a long time. And you're like, you never built anything new? And they're like, fuck that.
And it's the poor part of town. And like, it's been the poor part of town for 200 years.
But like in LA, if there's in LA, if there's a poor part of town, they're like, well, then we'll just put a sweet green and some living space above it. And we gentrify quick. But in Boston, they're like, we'll keep this fucking rat trap of an apartment up for like 150 years. So you get to see old place, which is weird because the weather's so much worse. So it's like, it's just weird the turnover of real estate that is the difference. I still don't really understand it. I need somebody smarter to explain it to me.
Okay. Or somebody dumber and from the East Coast.
But because on the East Coast you'll see like
you need somebody smart from California or the dumbest guy you've ever met from Boston.
Because we only preserve like beautiful buildings in LA, but Boston will keep around a shithole forever. Where
the
slum
really looks like a slum.
Yeah. Like I see the same row of apartments every time I land in Boston when you pass the airport, and I'm like, that's
East Boston. Yeah,
it's crazy that's still up. Like,
and it's crazy how like you will have like shantytown looking places like right next to the harbor. It'll be like just a beautiful harbor. And then you turn and it's like fucking dude. It's Oliver Twist levels of poverty.
It is funny that the only way you'll know sometimes if you're in a slum area of LA is that there's people like shitting.
Yeah, I think that's the more. I think that's what can make the East Coast more endearing is you kind of know where you are.
Yeah,
more than in LA, because that's what people always say about LA is like you'll be walking and you're like, this place seems nice, and then people are like, this is a hellhole.
Yeah,
well, that's what I mean. They always talk about rappers always getting killed when they go to LA because they don't know when it's bad.
Yeah.
There's always that, because I always heard that classic thing where, like, you know, LA hoods are different from all other hoods because, like, you'll have, like, gang members, like, mowing their lawn and shit. It's visually very beautiful.
Well, yeah, I think that Dave Chappelle had that thing about Compton where he's like, you guys have yards?
Yeah.
You guys have yards?
I think the difference is, like, in the East Coast, gang members rent, and in LA, gang members can own.
That used to be true.
Yeah.
That used to be true.
Grandma's house. That's Grandma's house.
Yeah.
The respawn point.
Yeah.
They bought a house when it was $1,000.
Yeah.
In Compton.
Yeah. Exactly.
Back when it was okay.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why it's more violent, because it's just like with more space to spread out, it's like this is like if you come here, you will die. But then again, I don't know. Also, that actually doesn't make sense because on the East Coast it's more compact, so there should be more violence.
No, I mean,
I also
don't know
that part of the East Coast, a lot of East Coast cities, they have a closer proximity to hospitals, so less people get like killed.
Well, no.
Depending on which East Coast city you're in.
I have to disagree. I think it's all the same. I think maybe how gangs, how gangs kind of separate themselves, that's different. Like out here in the West, you can have like the super gangs like Crips, Bloods, all that. That's a West Coast thing. Whereas on the East Coast, you have a lot of block gangs.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you're 12 guys. That's a gang out on the East Coast.
Yeah. In LA, we can like build an army.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you have full armies out here.
Yeah.
Street forces.
Yeah. It also just feels like there's like more of a stylistic approach to gang violence on the East Coast, where it's a little more like we kind of got our thing, and in LA it's like we exist to kill the Hoovers, where it's just there's no like cleverness to any of it. It's like I have it on my I kill Hoovers. That's
Hoover
what
killer.
it's like I am a Hoover killer. HK until I die. I only care about killing people. I think that's what's fun about like LA rap is that like East Coast rap was always like we're very cool and suave, and LA was like we are murderers.
Yeah.
We are murderers.
And Chicago's taken the throne.
Chicago has taken the throne.
I think Chicago, yeah.
At least at the moment, but maybe there will be. I think LA got really into its 90s rap era, and we need some young murderers to bring us out of that into a new era.
I mean,
and at Dagnabbit Records, we will be supporting the young murderers.
Yeah.
You're going to be supporting the West Coast?
Yeah,
but I've also heard there's just an issue with gangs now, where I think kind of literally because of the economy is like gang members are staying in gangs longer, and they're like getting old, and it's not like passing the torch to younger people to like make the like. So now you'll have guys that are like 60 and are like, I'm still like kind of in the gang, like. They're like
I'm still putting in work on the streets.
I got promoted in the gang.
They're like a triple OG, so they're not like, in the factory floor.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm just hanging out to get my pension.
Yeah, but they're still kind of making the decisions, whereas I think in another time it was kind of like you would have a boss that was 20. You know what I mean? You would have younger bosses.
So
but now you have older guys who are staying in it longer.
Okay. I mean, if they're older, that's better.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a little less violent. It's a little more like little more organizational structure.
That is what they say about the difference between LA and Chicago is that Chicago has younger gang leaders. Where
they got younger teams over there.
Yeah,
well, no, it's more decentralized. Like LA is the only place in America really where you have like centralized gangs and there's still a sense of structure to gang. Out in Chicago, it's like, again, block gangs. It's like thousands of motherfuckers. They're unaffiliated. They'll say like, I'm GD, but like it really doesn't mean anything.
Right. Yeah, it is hard to follow some Chicago rap when they call out their gangs because you're like, you're part of the Go Get 'Em gang?
Mob City.
Yeah, and I think if you're thinking in LA terms, you're like, what is that like a blood set? And they're like, no. This is like 0.2% 2 square miles is what this is. And if you come here, we'll shoot you.
This
and
is
you're
a
like,
triple-decker apartment.
Yeah.
One triple-decker.
Yeah, we're an apartment gang.
Yeah.
We're the 126 7-Elevens.
That's how it is.
Yeah. It's funny to say you're an apartment gang because it's just like, if you come in my apartment, I'll kill you. It's like, well, that's just how living a place works.
You got the same philosophy as guys in Florida.
Yeah.
You stand your ground.
Yeah. You're just doing stand your ground law. You're not actually a gang. You guys just all live in the same apartment, and when strangers come in, you kill them. A lot of Americans do that. This actually isn't a gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in LA, it's like, yeah, we
White
have
people
half of the
culture
city.
has infiltrated the gangs.
Yeah.
White people culture has infiltrated the gangs.
Yeah. Standing your ground. It's finally infiltrated.
That's so fun.
I was watching that guy, Brandon Buckingham.
Yeah.
He's like, if you don't know, he's almost like Andrew Callahan, but just for black shit, I guess. Pretty much. Like he just, he just always just hangs out with gangs and stuff. But he was interviewing the 5 Trey Crips. And
I'm not gonna.
He was shout out 5 Trey. Hope you're doing good. But they're all like older dudes, and it was funny because there was like one older dude who was like really hammered, and he was coming up. He was like, "Fuck the Hoover," and then they were like, "Stop it." They were like, "We were fine with the Hoover." Like they had like just gotten out of a beef with the Hoovers, and they were like, "Get at it. We're fine." And he's like, "Do you guys have beef with the Hoovers?" And they're like, "No, we do not." Because they're like, a lot of people watch these videos. We can't have this guy.
Yeah. That's real shit, bro. Unk's acting wild right now. You can't let Unk wild out like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when guys, get old and aren't, maybe shooting people anymore, but they're still technically in the gang as they get drunk and they're like, fuck the Hoovers. It's like, you're going to get a 19-year-old killed.
Exactly.
There's a guy that has to go do your job now.
Exactly.
He has to go over and do that.
Do you think they're like, my manager's bullshit?
Yeah. My manager giving me all these bullshit ass jobs. I got to go kill another kid now. This is bullshit.
I have to kill a fellow 15-year-old.
Yeah. I've always, how there's all those like Instagrams about like what hats you can't wear in LA.
Dude, I watch that.
Yeah.
I watch that constantly.
Yeah, like you can.
And it's all my favorite hats.
Yeah. Like,
they're always like, you can't wear any hat.
You can't wear like a red LA Dodger. You can't wear like a Houston Astros thing because that's Hoover.
I mean, that's like it's like, from what I understand, that one, the Astros.
Yeah.
Seattle Mariners hat, because I think that's Rolling 60s, I believe. I think that's 60s.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's about it.
You can't wear the I love every gang hat.
No.
I love every gang.
No.
They're all equally good hat.
I
like both sides.
I've always thought it was funny though to imagine like me being a white guy and then seeing like a white friend with a Houston Astros hat on and being like, you can't wear that in LA. Of just a white guy who just doesn't get that it's like he's not part of it.
What about guys in like Calabasas killing each other over Houston?
Yeah. That's what I want to see, dude.
Yeah. 2 white kids who live in Hidden Hills being like, you do not have that hat on in Hidden Hills. You cannot be wearing that in Hidden Hills.
Please take off that hat.
Hidden Pacific Palisades blaming the Hoovers for the fire.
Man, fucking Hoovers.
Bro, they got Pop Smoke. They fucking start the fires, bro. We need to do something about these Hoover cut. We need to do something about these Hoovers, man. My fucking house is gone.
My $3 million house is gone.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Smoke, bro.
Man, you cannot be wearing the Cincinnati Reds cap on Mulholland. I swear to God, you are asking for smoke right now.
Yeah.
It is funny. There are just so many kids in suburbs across the country who are seeing those videos that it's like, I wish if I wore that hat, I would fucking die. My city's so boring. I'm so bored. I want to wear a hat and die.
Listen, the best thing that could happen to a YN is getting hated on, bro. Getting hated on, that's like the ultimate achievement right there. If motherfuckers is trying to kill you, that means you are doing something right. You should keep doing it. You should do it more and more. You should be faster, stronger. No back and forths.
Yeah, I mean,
What if they started doing? What if gangs started doing like
talent
debate
shows?
Debate me.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Just within 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, a thrown fucking chair.
Yeah.
Within 2 minutes.
A gang member goes to a college and he's like, the Hoovers should die. Prove me wrong.
On Crip.
Yeah.
On the dead homies.
He's like the opposite of Charlie Kirk.
He gets shot, and then people are like, you guys are not going to be prepared for what's coming.
Yeah. He's just advocating for gang violence at colleges. He's like, do you know
his
how
last words are also gang violence?
Yeah. Like
his last words are, you know what I think is good? Gang violence.
Some white kid is like debating him about like mass shootings, and he's like, do you know how many gang shootings there have been in the US? He's like, I wish there were more. I wish there were more, actually.
I love it when they run. I love it when they run.
Well, yeah, that's what happened in Evergreen. Is somebody was wearing a Houston hat,
Yeah.
and it got out of control.
Yeah.
There were 6 Hoovers. There were 6 newly jumped in Hoovers at the Evergreen College.
Hey, those 3 kids that died were all Hoovers.
All Hoovers. They just got jumped in, bro.
What if they just found a white kid's manifesto and it's all just about how much he hates the Hoovers? And they're like, this kid lives in Colorado.
Yeah.
Are there? The cops are like, are there Hoovers in Colorado?
Dude, there are. Dude, have you ever seen that video? There was like a viral video of this like white Crip dude just like going off on these motherfuckers. He's just like, oh man, you motherfucking all this shit, bro. You thought shit was sweet when you came up to me that other day with that sweet ass shit, bro. But now I'm here. I didn't have time then, but I got time now, dog.
And where was he?
He was in Colorado. He got shot a week later.
Really?
Yeah, dude. That's a very funny video.
Quick turnout.
He was a white Crip.
White Crip.
He was a white Crip who got shot. Yeah.
White Crips, they are known, like, white Crips are like, they have a reputation for being fucking wild. They're
yeah.
Like,
imagine.
I've heard that to be a white dude in the Crips, you really have to.
Yeah.
To be a white dude in the Crips, you got to be like, there's bloods in my head.
Well, like, yeah.
Bloods are talking to me and telling me.
He's got blood psychosis.
Yeah,
he's trying to sleep, then he hears like, fuck you, bitch. Yeah.
Motherfucking crab.
I got to come here because my other personality is a blood. And I gotta kill him.
Yeah, you're bipolar, blood and Crip. Yeah. I mean, being a white Crip is the same as being like a black female district attorney. Like you had to work so much harder than the majority race.
Trump's trying to take it away. He's trying to say DEI.
There's no DEI in the Crips. Like it is primarily a long race. But if you're a white guy, you have to work. Nobody talks about this.
Yeah.
If you are a white guy, you have to work so much harder than a black guy to be a Crip.
For the same job.
To be really
same fucking job.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts,
and nobody puts their respect on the white guys who are. I mean, it is so funny to be a white Crip. I feel like all the black Crips are just being like, man, this guy he loves killing.
This kid from Malibu really loves killing.
Yeah. Well, that's so funny. There was a kid in Beverly Hills who was the son of a rich guy that a bunch of gang members, I think they might have been Crips, started hanging out with him because
Terrell. I know the guy.
You know this guy?
I know you're talking. He I think he's from Marina Del Rey, actually.
Okay, but he was killed, right? Or did he go to jail?
No, what happened is he and his boys. Basically, he got the white kid. He got his father's car to do like a drive-by, which makes no fucking sense. Makes no fucking sense.
But it makes sense to the gang members where they're like, perfect.
Yeah. Amazing.
They're like, your father has a fast
really nice car. He's just driving in the nicest car.
Yeah. Your father has a fast car. He's so rich. We shouldn't know you at all.
Yeah.
So there's no way they'll know we were a part of this.
He got a Benz?
Yeah.
Dangerous thing to think this is some white boy stuff.
And it is funny because the white dude is doing it with the same energy that you would like joyride your mom's car where you're like, yeah, let's steal my dad's car and have some fun. And the gang members are like, we're going to kill somebody tonight.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't get, we're not like being ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah. But there are other white Crips who are straight up scary. Like,
well, I think if you're like from the neighborhood,
then
that's different than being a white guy that's like, hello, I'd like to be in the Crips and I will give you my father's.
Yeah,
I'll give you my father's
Here's a list
money.
Of people that I've killed.
Yeah. But then there's just like white dudes who just like grew up in a Crip neighborhood and were like, yeah, I'm just.
They got face tattoos.
I'm just going with the
area
flow.
code on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A white dude with a face tattoo of the area code is the most dangerous man in America.
Facts, bro. Facts.
When
dog.
white Crips go to prison, though, is there anybody to like relay the message of like he can be part of the Crips in prison, or like do they have to go Aryan?
I would assume there's probably is people that will relay.
Yeah,
right.
Because like I heard a guy basically just like the Mexican mafia. I think blacks or the Crips, they have like their own prison organization.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's really about it, then he's just gonna fall in line with the Crips.
It must just be a mind fuck for the Aryans to just look at the white guy in the Crips and be like, what the hell's going on?
He must have sold so many cigarettes to get that outfit.
They're like not even mad. They're like, buddy, here. Over. What are you doing?
What are we doing here, man?
And then the white guy looks over at him like, what the fuck? He just throw a Crip at what is he doing?
What is this, man?
They must be so sad about it. They're like, God damn.
Motherfucker, Crip walking over to stab one of our guys.
Yeah. Must be tough in the shower fights where they're like, oh, fuck, I forgot he's in the Crips. I let him get close to me. He stabbed me. I totally thought we were...
I thought that was our dude.
Yeah, I thought that was... It must be so... It would really piss me off in prison because in prison you're like, it's white and black. That's how we know who we're fighting with.
Yeah, and fucking Martin Luther King over here.
Yeah, this fucking trailblazer over here.
Fucking this civil rights activist over here.
Confusing the fuck out of me in the riots. I mean, race training is truly just a functional issue in prison. Where you're like, you're like, not even ideologically, I'm just confused.
No, literally. And I'm sorry for like bringing up autistic facts, but I recently read this book about like kind of like the social dynamics within prison. And basically this guy's not theory, but his hypothesis is that like you saw like kind of like race separating by race once mass incarceration happened. Not because of like they were racist, but it was a good way to organize and keep the peace.
Yeah.
Right. So like no one can fuck anyone over. It was just a great way to like organize yourself and make sure
it's the easiest way to do it.
By far the easiest way.
Because you don't have vests in prison.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have hello, my name is.
Yeah, the old gangs are multicultural because they all had vests on. And they could go, I'm part of this gang. But then once you go to prison.
Old gangs like the Rat Pack.
Old gangs have the funniest names. I mean, you look at all the different names.
The Harlem Boys, Pyru Boys.
They're all just like
the Ditzy Dollops,
the Mau Maus. Yeah, the Ditzy Dollops, the Mau Maus.
I remember like reading a list of like New York gang names, and it was kind of funny because like a lot of them had overlap. Where like they were like a few of them were called like the Jump Boys, the Jumping Boys. Like they all wanted to be named this one thing of like it's like guys, you got to diversify the names. Like I don't know how this would work. There's also a huge biker gang called the Gaylords, which. I guess that word just became not cool very recently.
Yeah.
Because they were like a feared gang in Chicago.
You know, the way the world is going, Gaylord's going to be another gender.
There we go, brother.
I'd say they're the biggest gang, and their biggest op is our children.
There you go.
I think the most dangerous gang in America is the trans mafia. They're in our schools. They're in our libraries.
They're on your kids' Discord channels or whatever the fuck.
Instead of having rat beefs, they be reading children's books to your kids at the library.
Yeah. They be having gender beefs. They be having penis beefs. They be beefing with the cis. Are they doing gangs in prison? I mean, they must chill with each other. The lady boys in prison?
I think they probably be in protective custody.
But some of them, I think, are out and about, and just like if they're like, I think if you're in prison and you're like, I'm a lady, then you're like, I got a good life because I'm like somebody's girlfriend, and they fuck me a lot, which I don't mind, and
actually that's great,
and they take,
and they're like, prison's awesome.
Like if you are good to get fucked and be a lady in prison. I think conversely, it kind of works out for you because you're like, I'm this tough guy's girlfriend.
And I'm cigarette rich.
And I'm cigarette rich, and he will protect me. And sometimes I get pimped out for a couple packs of cigarettes, but, that's just a new fella.
Yeah.
And you get bored with your guy. I mean, it's really the opposite of not wanting to get fucked.
Prison's like if Grindr was a place.
I mean,
yeah, and
if Grindr had an area code,
well, it's like if Grindr wasn't voluntary, where you walk in, you're like, oh no, I'm the hottest guy on Grindr.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to be, but I am a hot pick in here.
Everyone is Republicans here.
Yeah.
The ABs.
Yeah.
Everyone's 10 feet away. Everyone is 10 feet away.
Yeah. Yeah. When you check it, you go, ooh, hot night. Ooh, hot night in prison. Yeah. I mean, you either join a gang or you go, I'm a lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
I'm a lady and I'm going to have a good time. It's way better to say I'm a lady than for another guy to say you're a lady.
It's crazy how much more the prisoners just kind of let you be trans, kind of.
Well, I mean,
they're so much more accepting.
Yeah, I mean, it's like functionally convenient.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, this is great.
There's utility.
Yeah. They're like, I don't have to fight you to have sex.
I may be an AB, but I'm not a chump.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go, brother.
Yeah, when they see a guy come in, or when they see a lady come in, and they're like, oh, this is wonderful. We don't have to destroy your sense of self to have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You'll just date me. And I'll give you honey buns.
Shane, would you be conflicted if you ever went to prison because you're, what are you, like 13% black?
I think so. I think something like that.
I feel like you would joke around too much and piss off the ABs. Where, like, you would join the ABs because you'd have to, and then you'd be like, I'm also 13% black.
Yeah.
Because you think it was funny, and then they wouldn't think it was funny.
They'd be like,
I'm like, all right, I'm going to join the ABCs. I'm like, no, nobody's laughing. I just cried. This is my dream, right? To be funny. Have you guys ever heard of stand-up comedy before?
Yeah.
You're trying to show them Doug Stanhope. And shit.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's really funny.
So how black are you?
I'm like, this guy liked one of my reels.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't know what reels are. They've been in prison for 30 years. They've missed reels.
They forgot what they did.
It would be crazy to talk to a guy who's just never doom scrolled.
Yeah.
Just fully in the moment. Just fully.
He's like, I've been in prison so long, I forgot if I killed somebody or what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what content is.
Yeah. If he saw a phone, he'd get a seizure, right?
He's like, oh, I remember those.
Mm-hmm.
I used to break those in half.
Right.
I used to call somebody and break it in half.
He'd be like, damn.
They put the pagers in your pocket.
In the old days,
they made a pager.
Phones sent me to prison. But now you can see a guy with Down syndrome cook ribs. Phones are different now. They used to
kind of like
into
that guy with Down syndrome we got in here that we beat up for no reason.
He's just like him.
He's just like that guy we beat up.
Why do we do that?
We've been doing that for 15 years.
We have got to stop doing that to that poor fella. The gang of Down syndrome guys in prison. And they're the toughest gang because nobody fights them.
Yeah. They have R-word strength.
Yeah. They just think it would be really mean to go to war with that gang.
Yeah.
So they're like, we just kind of let them take all the honey buns they want. They're really in it for the honey buns.
Yeah.
They kind of run the block.
They try to stab me with string cheese.
They play chess with each other, but they're just kind of randomly, all right.
All right.
You get it. They play dice. They eat the dice. All right, we're having fun. We're having
a good joke.
We're just trying to joke around.
Yeah. We're just trying to kid around. Don't come for us, cancel culture.
Come for us.
Don't come for us. Well, no,
come for
the right wing's doing cancel culture.
Like orgasm for us. Cancel culture.
Yeah.
Come.
All right. I want you to come. 10, 9, 8,
no.
7,
You
6, 5, 4, 3.
We're turning our podcast into an hour-long JOI for cancel culture.
Now eat your own cum.
We need to start doing ASMR jack-off instruction instead of fucking podcasting.
We can do an album of that.
Yeah, that's where the money's at, dude.
That might be where the money's at.
That's Dagnabbit Records. That's what it's going to be. Mostly ASMR jerk off.
Yeah.
And Sissy Hypno.
Sissy Hypno. Well, yeah, we could do Sissy Hypno.
That shit makes me so sad.
I shouldn't have mentioned it. Yeah, it's pretty sad.
It is a really depressing thing to think about.
Be gay. Just go fuck a guy. Why are you letting a guy on the internet be like, you're a fucking bitch? Like,
what about Chris Angel doing Sissy Hypno?
Yeah. Mind freak.
Yeah.
But sissy hypnosis.
Or Penn and Teller disproving Sissy Hypno.
Yeah.
Let me show you how this trick is actually done.
You're actually a father. You are not a Japanese girl. Yeah, Chris Angel's turning an entire theater full of people into sissies.
Oh.
It does suck. I guess that's because of homophobia, where, like, instead of just regularly sucking a dick, you're like, well, I have to let a man on the internet hypnotize me into doing it. And it's like, just be gay. It doesn't have to be, like, the degradation of yourself to be... Because people are like, the only way I could be gay is if I'm broken down mentally so much I would do it. And it's like, just go get fucked. And you can still be confident. Like,
I mean, that's either
homophobic sissy hypno guy being like, "You're getting very father."
Yeah, it's kind of just like it's like rooted in homophobia.
My dick right now.
It is funny because like all the sissies are kind of at their core homophobic because they're like, well, really, I'm just a weak, disgusting man, and you're like, that's what you think gayness is? Like, fuck you. Like,
well, I'm gonna have to get wizards involved in my sexuality.
Yeah. There's no way I could just go do what I want to do with confidence without hating myself for it.
Gay men are known for being like fit and in shape, dude. Well, why don't you try that? Why don't you try
Why don't you not be a fat guy in a tutu getting fucked in an alley? You fucking pathetic slob. Just go get buff and fuck hot guys. People think that's cool now.
Motherfuckers with stains on their shirt be like, I'm gonna have to get hypnotized to fuck guys.
It is honestly, when you describe it that way, it is like the dumbest thing possible. Of like, I need a clock in front of my head before I can suck cock. And you're like, do you really? No. That's also funny because it's like, that's how you know hypnosis is fake, where it's like, you're not hypnotized. You just need that to happen to justify consciously, fully intentionally sucking a dick.
You need that one barrier.
Yeah.
You just have to be like, one.
Oh, I'm hypnoptized now.
Yeah.
Or it's like, no, you've just been gay your whole life.
What about LGBTIASH?
They don't get to
Don't do that, dude. Don't say that. I am not associated with Dagnabbit Boys. That is the opinion of Dagnabbit Boys.
The acronym is for doers. Okay? It is not for people who get fake hypnotized to do what they've always wanted to do.
You know, sissy hypnosis watchers, you're on a tightrope here. You're on a short leash with us right now. But keep watching the podcast.
Yeah, keep watching this. Don't watch a fucking guy you're for some reason giving $100 to call you gay on the internet.
Wait. Be who you are.
Go to the gym. Go to the gym.
Can we just flip sissy hypnosis to just make these guys love themselves?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're so susceptible.
You're the way God made you.
Well, I think that's an episode.
It was a pretty good one.
This was a wonderful episode. Terrence, Persecuted T.
Persecuted
T, we're going to have your first single out pretty soon.
Can't wait.
Is there anything you'd like to plug?
It's fucking no. Yeah, my Twitter. My X account, persecuted_T. You can follow me. I haven't posted in like a year, but please follow me.
Well, you're gonna have your first post when this.
But when you do post, it is good stuff.
It is good.
My first post is gonna be the single.
Okay, so follow him now so you can get it. Follow us if you're not already doing it. Congratulations to Alicia for winning Fan of the Week.
Sorry this episode's been kind of messed up.
Hope you enjoyed it. Keep finding the funny.
Yeah, find the funny. Apologies to the other 4 people I mentioned because you didn't want it enough.
But keep doing your thing, Obama and everybody else. Just keep doing it. We love what you're doing. You will get your flowers one day.
Yeah.
Not today, though.
Not today.
Today, anyway. Terrence, we sign off by saying find the funny.
Okay.
All right. Find the
funny.
Find the funny.
Find the funny.
Keep finding the funny.